For the Monash Change It Challenge, I want to ask one question. What if the way we develop housing today is actually harming both the environment and the people? Across many areas in the world, property development is most often driven by profit and rapid city expansion. This in which leads to less care for the well-being of residents and the environment. So what problems does this make? When profit is all that we care about, three core issues arise. First of all, communities can become disconnected from one another. Buildings or neighborhoods may house hundreds of people. However, provides very small cramped spaces that limits comfortability and social interaction. This isn't just an idea. Survey shows that up to 85% of families that are living in crowded conditions had reported that their mental health are being negatively affected, as these overcrowding spaces reduces the ability to perform gatherings with family and friends, limiting social relationships. Second of all, a study shows that neighborhoods with 30% green spaces have about a 26% lower rate of loneliness and mental health issues than those with lower than 10%. These spaces that lack the presence of nature and communal spaces can negatively affect people's mental health, inducing cortisol and increasing the feeling of isolation. You know, it's like being trapped in a white concrete world. And lastly, construction on a large scale often leads to damages into the natural ecosystems. According to research, just in Southeast Asia alone, due to urbanization in just 2 decades, habitat loss had increased by 2%. Now imagine this for the rest of the world. These constructions clear out habitats and replaces biodiversity with concrete infrastructure, often taking away greens and not paying up for it. And so the relationship between the residents, living conditions, and nature goes overlooked. So what can we change? How about instead of prioritizing quick profit, we start rethinking development as a way to help reconnect the relationship between people and nature back together, as well as a way to encourage socializations between residents. So here's a few approaches we can make this happen. We can start by incorporating a more community-based design into new developments. This means features such as green roofs, walls, balconies, shared spaces, and natural ventilation systems or energy systems can help reduce the impacts made upon the environment, as well as improve the living conditions of its residents. In addition, design spaces that allow social interaction, not to maximize profit. This could mean communal spaces or even this playground, for example, where it allows everyone to easily interact with one another. And most importantly, areas where it reduces heat. This can mean trees or small builds that provides shading and cooling, in which would make people want to come out more. And so, by combining both environmental design and a community-focused planning, housing development can become more than just a way to build and maximize profit. It can become a way that helps reconnect us back to nature and back together while living in an urbanized space.
God, look at it.